Are you interested in the Medispa sector and figuring out how to transition from traditional spas or skincare and wellness services over to the Medispa? Fantastic. That is going to be our topic today. I have Kim Lee here with us. She's been in the industry for over 20 years, having worked in the Medispa sector, and she's going to share her expertise and insight with us today on SpaSOS Masterclasses. And with that, I'm going to bring Kim in. Hi, Kim. How are you?
Hello. Well, thank you very much.
Always so glad to have you here and just see you again. Today is all about Medispa. I've gotten so many requests from students on how to be able to step into this role. So I figured I'd bring you in with all your years in the industry and with the experience that you have in Medispa. So let's get started. If someone wanted to transition from spa to Medispa, what is that process?
Well, the first thing is an esthetician that's wanting to work within a medical spa would start by advancing her skill set. Whereas you're very comfortable doing maybe facials and beautification type of services, a Medi Spa is a lot more clinical. So I would recommend that they start to explore training in dermaneedling, microneedling, advanced peels, laser treatments, LED light therapies, microcurrent. Those are all very progressive and in-demand services in a Medi Spa. So there is training probably in your area, but that's where I would start, is kind of honing your skills to be a little bit above and beyond, to be doing corrective services more than maybe beautification services.
Wow,
The
that
other
makes
thing,
that
yes,
makes so much sense.
yes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Um, Also, the role of a physician and esthetician vary greatly in a Medi Spa. The esthetician is responsible for preparing the guest. Well, there'll be clients, okay, or patients. So the terminology is even different. So
Right.
having a patient, you're under the direction and supervision of the physician. So you're going to perform after his maybe assessment. He will recommend the treatment, and then your job would be to prepare that patient for the service, and as well as recommending home care, post-op procedures, and things to maintain that and when to come back. So you are an important role in his in being under a doctor or a physician. Um, Primarily an esthetician's working on the superficial layers, the epidermal layers. She will perform facials, of course. There's a lot of corrective facials and peels.
Mhm.
Peels will be a big difference, because we're limited as estheticians to stay within a pH of not less than maybe a 3, which would be more of a superficial type of procedure, whereas physicians can go all the way down to under a 2.0 pH, which makes them a very deep peel that would only be allowed to be performed under a physician in most states. In most
Most
states, they regulate that. So it's a little bit more. You've got to be on your game. You have to be very hands-on, and really some trainings involved, in understanding just what product you're using and how deep you're allowed to go, and the protocols for post peel to be applied.
Absolutely. So, where can someone find these resources for those interested in MediSpa? Where can they find the training, or if they're interested in owning a location? Any guidance in that area?
Um, the training, you'll have to kind of look around. I know that I'm here in Florida, so there is a couple aesthetics tech schools that are going, like most of your beauty schools may have curriculums that are advanced training through there. You might actually learn being under the guidance at a MediSpa, that you're kind of in training underneath a lead esthetician or somebody who is directing that office. Um, but there's some that you can get online, of course. I'm actually myself taking a microcurrent class and dermaplaning and an LED curriculum, because it just helps hone your skills, and things change so quickly. There's a lot of equipment reps that offer training, depending on the equipment that they bring in. Again, some of this needs to be performed by a nurse practitioner, and others can be performed by an esthetician, depending on your state laws.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, wellness is near and dear to my heart. Have you seen this blending of wellness and med spas lately?
Absolutely. In fact, it's been really fun. I was working with a group of pregnancy spas.
Mm.
They were catering to a pregnant woman and the time that you're going through. So we've created a lot of wellness programs called Body, Mind, and Baby that allow them to get body treatments and different treatments that would be appropriate for someone going through the pregnancy. Again, there's a lot of um, kind of things you have to be aware of. I mean, how far along they are, what treatments they can get. But you can still do some body wraps. Of course, pregnancy massage is very huge. There are stretch mark guard creams. There are things that they can do preventative wise. Melasma.
Mhm.
Estheticians have access to a lot of great treatments that help with hyperpigmentation and melasma, that mask of pregnancy.
Mm.
It was a great program. I worked within a Medispa that catered to it was for pregnancy. And so
Absolutely.
we were able to create packages that the husband can buy them after the birth of the baby to have a full spa day. Of course, tension pregnancy massage, and that's a very, very strict the way you have to perform that, whether you have a particular bed or some boosters that kind of help that go smoothly. So, and
Absolutely.
it's
Pregnancy
all very
massage.
fun. They have
Yeah,
to have a doctor's release. That was critical. We could not perform
absolutely.
unless the doctor approved.
Absolutely. No, I did pregnancy massage was one of my favorite services I did as a massage therapist. So,
Mhm.
um, I mean, we were talking about the commonality of it, how, we see the numbers are growing of Medi-Spa locations. What do you think is the biggest challenge in creating a successful Medi-Spa location?
You really need the right doctor. You need a really good doctor, because that's the face of your Medi Spa. So you want somebody who you want to look for a location that is in the correct income brackets of the services you're offering. I mean, you've got everything from your high end treatments that are from facelifts to, depending on if they're doing cosmetic surgeries or are they more of a dermatology slant, but you really are under the supervision of your physician. So the physician's face is very important, and his reputation would set the tone of your Medi Spa. And of course, nurse practitioners and others can be involved as well. But again, the director is going to be the face of the business and the reputation of the business.
And the key to success. So, as we wrap up here, are there any last pieces of advice that you would want to give an esthetician that's interested in going into the Medi Spa sector beyond the training? Like any tips on the actual location or what to look for, equipment, anything like that? Mindset?
Um, yes, I mean, you have to decide if, it's kind of clinical and aesthetics, can be very divided, but they also can be together. If you're one of those people that are very friendly and you want to get involved and your clients are guests and you have a familiarity and you love doing facials and feel good type of treatments, that's your
Hmm.
aesthetic side. On a clinical side, you may not do those type of touches and that kind of massage and those things. It can be very clinical. And again, the physician will dictate, what to do, how to do it. So you don't have as much of your own opinion. You don't decide strictly what you're going to do. You really are under the direction of a medical practitioner that will guide you. So it's just, where I can get involved in a massage and you're kind of feel good, and aromatherapy, and you're using a lot of those sensual touches. You may not do quite that type of service in a Medispa. It might be a little bit more, again, clinical.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if people wanted to get in contact with you, they can find you on LinkedIn. You're at Kim Lee, ND, and a few other letters behind your name as well. And if anyone was interested in following up with me, I'm on IG at the SpaSOS. I wanted to take a moment and just thank Well World TV for giving us the platform to have this conversation. And Kim, it's always such a pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing your great insight and expertise. And I'm sure that I will be talking to you soon. Take care and thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.